Betty Bayo is deceased. May her soul rest in peace, and may she find peace. We need, as a country, to start having a conversation on leukemia and the cancer as a menace in this country. But because I am not a doctor, I am not a medic, I cannot be able to advise you on anything to do with cancer and any disease here in Kenya or anywhere in the world. My mind is a legal mind, and as a legal mind, you must keep on wondering and keep on asking questions. And some of the questions that I have right now is the relationship between Betty, Pastor Kanyari, and Tash. Remember, Betty had a relationship with Pastor Kanyari that out of that relationship, they were able to get 2 children. And these 2 children came as a result of that relationship between Pastor Kanyari and Betty. And therefore, that relationship, when Betty was speaking in an interview, she said that she has never been married to Pastor Kanyari. She was never married to Pastor Kanyari, and that whatever they had was just a casual relationship. They were not married. They were just friends who got babies together. This happens every day. You are in a relationship with someone, and then you get a baby. You still continue with the relationship, and you get the second one, and you can get a third one, and even a fourth one. With these people we call bestie. And therefore, that is what Betty was saying, that this was that kind of a relationship. It was not a formal relationship, and it was not a marriage relationship. It was just friends coming together and getting babies out of their own relationship. Remember, they were peaceful and they were known as a husband and wife before the saga that came and exposed Kanyari having performed fake miracles. And therefore, after that saga, that is the time Betty came and said that I cannot continue living with you. I have to move out of this relationship. And after that, she stayed single for 2 years. And after the 2 years, she met with the current husband called Tash. And they did a very big dowry ceremony. This dowry ceremony was attended by the popular people here in the country, and we saw the photos, we saw the videos, and this thing was trending for almost a week. And my question is, before we get to my question, Pastor Kanyari said after he had Betty saying that they had no relationship, they had no formal relationship, Kanyari said that Betty was his wife because he had taken a token or dowry to the family of Betty. Excuse me. If indeed this is not a lie, because I know Kanyari is capable of lying, if this is not a lie, then what happens? Who has the rights to bury Betty? Is it Kanyari? Is it Tash? Is it the parents? We have 3 parties here that can start claiming the body, and they can start claiming the rights to bury her. Remember, if it is the truth that Kanyari had taken the dowry to the parents, and this, let's extend or expand our thinking, if this dowry was not refunded, if this token was not given back when Tash went to their home to do the dowry ceremony, then Kanyari, according to the definition, can be defined as a husband, the first husband, if the dowry was not refunded. And if there is a first husband, can we get into another relationship of marriage with this other person called Tash? Can that be a valid relationship if the first one was not nullified? If Kanyari can come and claim the body of Betty and say that I am the one to bury her, what would happen to Tash, who did a function that was attended by people who can be witnesses, and people who did the photos, and people who did the videos, and this topic was trending the whole week? What happens to him? Remember, Tash is a shy person. He does not want to appear in media all the time. Kanyari, on the other end, we have seen him He's even going to drama club to just dramatize the pain that he's feeling in his heart. And we do not take it for granted. I know losing a person is not easy, but he's doing that and overdoing it. And he's even willing to cry on cameras. What would happen if he comes and say that I was the husband, I am the one to marry her, to bury her? I had given the dowry and I have the witnesses and I have the people who took me to her home and I did the dowry and this dowry was never refunded to me. Can the family right now say that we want to bury our child, our daughter, and what we are going to do is that we are going to refund the dowry that you had given to us? They are now telling Kanyari that we are going to refund now. Can it be refunded at this point? Number two, what happens to this shy person called Tash? What happens to him? Remember, it is not his mistake. He's coming from a previous relationship. Betty was coming from another previous relationship, and they agreed that we are going to have to continue as husband and wife. Betty herself has said that this is my husband, my current person, the person I am with right now. This is my husband and I have never been married. What happens to those words? What if the parents are saying that Tash, the money we got from Tash was not enough and therefore you do not have the rights to bury Betty? What would happen? My mind is just wandering all around, trying to look for answers and trying to look for things that may emanate from this case. About the children, that is clear. The children that they got with Kanyari, those are Kanyari's children. They have to be taken care of by Kanyari. If they had any child with Tash, that is his responsibility and he has to take care of that child. Therefore, the children at this level, they have to be separated from the person taking care of them. If they were living together with Tash, they have to be separated with him. And the children belonging to Kanyari, they will go with Kanyari. The children belonging to Tash will go with Tash. But the biggest issue, and the one that we need to start thinking about, is the issue of the burial rights. Who have the rights to bury Betty? My name is Nderu. For these and more, continue subscribing, sharing, and even recommending us to your friends.